All right, welcome to the Spoiler King. My name is Tank Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're going to talk spoiler free. Spoiler free because Brandman hasn't seen it yet, and I know a lot of you guys haven't seen it yet. But we are talking Beetlejuice, the sequel. What 26 years, 27 years in the making, something like that.
36.
30. It was
30?
over.
No
This is
shit. Yeah,
1988,
yeah.
1988,
89.
the first one came
You
out.
know,
Oh
so
my
88
god,
to
man, you're too old.
2024.
Yeah, yeah. So
36. Man.
yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get into our well no, you know what? We're gonna keep it spoiler free, so we're just gonna kind of talk about it. And then we'll get into our rating, if you should go see it or not this weekend. But yeah, but Brian, before we jump into that, got your synopsis?
Sure do. Got it. 3 generations of the Dietz family return home to Winter River after an unexpected family tragedy, which was stupid. Still haunted by Beetlejuice. Lydia's life soon gets turned upside down when her rebellious teenage daughter discovers um, a mysterious portal to the afterlife. When someone says Beetlejuice's names 3 times, the mischievous demon gleefully returns to unleash his very own brand of mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Jenna Ortega made me angry.
being a teenager, being a
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
I was like, oh, you
Yeah.
gonna do exactly, you gonna do that?
Yeah. But she was very much like her mom. So Jenna Ortega is the kid in high school, I believe it was high school.
Yeah.
And she is the daughter of Lydia, which is Winona Ryder's character.
Yeah.
So Lydia's all grown up, and
Mhm.
she has a talk show, about ghosts and stuff like that. So, but yeah, Jenny Ortega reminded me of like a more, I would say, because Lydia was very like, "F you, I'm gonna do what I want,"
Yeah.
kind of kid. But this is like even more so. Like
At
she's
least,
even,
because I mean,
you
you
know,
understand why Lydia did it, because she had her stepmom and her father, so she didn't trust
yeah,
this lady. Her mom's no longer around. I mean, around, even though she's not dead, she wasn't around. She
yeah.
wasn't happy about that. So I understand being a very gothic, smart ass kid.
Mhm.
So you knew what Astrid was doing for her, who's Jenna Ortega's character. You knew something had to be going on with her too. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But besides that, you get most of the original cast back. Michael
Mhm.
Keaton's back as Beetlejuice. Winona
Mhm.
Ryder, Catherine O'Hara. The biggest one that was missing, which that's not even a spoiler, is from the trailer. You see it is the father. I can't remember his name.
Kind of.
Jeffrey Jones.
Jeffrey Jones.
Yeah, Jeffrey,
Um, yeah, yeah, he kind of.
kind of missing.
So pretty much they kill him because in the trailer you see them at the funeral, his funeral. I don't want to explain how they kill him. I laughed.
This
and
movie is so
and
silly.
I think they did it on purpose because Jeffrey Jones was not coming back. There's no way in hell he was coming back because I believe something with underage
Yeah,
minors
yeah.
and he was involved with. I don't know the details, but it wasn't good. So he wasn't coming back. So they kill him off, and the way they kill him off was funny, goofy, and
Hilarious.
and hilarious. So yeah, I definitely don't want to spoil that, but that was funny. And it's a joke that kind of plays out throughout the movie. With it.
You
Yeah,
had to do it though. It was so weird
yeah,
because in this movie, even though characters get killed off, they don't necessarily go away because they still have the afterlife.
yeah,
So you had to figure
Mhm.
out a very intelligent way to do it, and they did at least creative.
yeah, yeah. So we'll get into like a few things that you liked. Obviously spoiler free. We don't want Brandman and other people to to miss out on the fun. But what you like about it, Brian?
Oh, that's easy. Look, Michael Keaton is a treasure.
Yes.
He steals every scene he's in, and it's just amazing how creative and like inside, like everything he does, it just turns to the gold. He's literally Midas. He's touching it, and that scene turns into gold. He's that good. By far, my favorite part in this entire movie was him.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had the right amount of horror with comedy. I think that it was just a good mesh with it, and I like the Tim Burton feel of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are the things that I really enjoy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and right off the bat, Beetlejuice in this one, Michael Keaton in this one was just like no time has passed. Like he's obviously older, you can tell. Like he got some more wrinkles on that face, but it fits the character, I think, of Beetlejuice. But it is still, without a doubt, Michael Keaton, perfection, for me. Because as soon as he popped up on the screen, as soon as he started talking, I was like instantly teleported to being a kid watching the original, and it was just he's so good. But so yeah, he was great. And also I just liked how they kept a lot of the original kind of effects, like things looked
Like it was
weird,
just yesterday. They
you know.
just did it
Yeah.
from a year from the first Beetlejuice. They didn't try to change it.
Yeah, they didn't up the technology with like this crazy CGI or anything too much where you're like, oh, that doesn't look right. Like things that don't look right, but it still feels right in that universe you're in. That was one thing I appreciated a lot. Anytime I saw anything, they did anything silly, I was like, okay, that it makes sense. Like if it fits this Beetlejuice world, that I did love. But for me, also the comedy from almost everybody. Catherine O'Hara had some good stuff. Winona Ryder had some good ones. But obviously Beetlejuice had most of it. But the comedy in it for me was good. I mean, you're not gonna like die from laughter from this one, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. And there's a lot of things I didn't quite catch. And then my girlfriend like leaned over and she's like, "Oh, blah blah blah." I was like, "Oh shit, yeah!" And then I kind of like laugh a minute later because I start to realize things. And those are always the best. Even like I had told her something, and she goes, "Oh my god, yeah." So I don't know. Well, I don't know if Brian, you caught it. That the father's tombstone.
Yeah.
Okay, the shape of it. Okay.
Yep. I definitely saw that.
I
I was like,
laughed when they
I
finally put it
cannot
together.
believe it.
Yeah. So there's definitely things that were like you catch on as you kind of watch more of it, but yeah, definitely a funny movie that I like. Goofy funny, goofy funny, but yeah. Anything you didn't like?
I don't know if Ryder's bangs.
Or a little bit-
I just wanted I wanted to cut all of it off immediately. It was driving me nuts. Every time I saw her, I was like, what is wrong with you? You're 50 years old, you get the bangs that are all messed up like that. It made no sense. It didn't make it looked like yeah, Spock's hands on it. Like it didn't make sense
Mhm.
at all what she was doing. That drove me nuts the entire time.
Because it was more or less her hairdo from the first movie, right?
It was exactly the
Yeah.
same hairdo
Mhm.
40 years later.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
no,
No.
I thought that was really weird. I thought they had some storylines that kind of went to dead ends that
Mhm.
were not needed. It became
Mhm.
the story became convoluted a little bit. Like it was just too much going on and it was unnecessary. It's a simple thing. Should have kept it as a simple story, and I would be fine with it. They put too many things in it that just wasn't needed. And it was like they were shoehorning characters in that I didn't need at all.
Mm.
And then the payoff for other characters really didn't pay off for me. So
Mhm.
Yeah. I think for me, it kind of like you, but like I didn't feel it was convoluted. I felt like it missed out on parts. Like there's things like you made this a point to tell me this, but then you didn't give me any resolution to it. And then I remember watching it and I knew exactly. I'm like, they cut. I know exactly where they cut it out. You know what I mean? I was like, there was a moment here that would answer at least one or two of these questions I had, and it's cut out completely. And it would have been another 2-3 minutes max. you know um but that was my own thing, is like I actually wanted a little bit more. I wanted a little bit more my backstory, a little bit more of like the answer, the questions that they made me, that they answered or started asking. It was them like, hey, this is why this happened. This is why this happened. Okay, cool. And then nothing comes from it. That was my biggest issue with it. Was like you could have made 10 more minutes of this movie max, and I think would have filled in some of the little not plot holes, but missing segments of the bigger story.
They had their storyline that went to a dead end. They had other storylines that you really didn't need. But if you're going to do it, you should have fleshed it out more.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just, I thought that the villain was like, could have been really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, okay, we're just going to wait to the end and then we're going to do this one stupid thing. And that was stupid. Like to be that creepy and almost scary. And then not be used at all in the entire movie until the end.
Yeah.
I just thought it was stupid. So that's kind of what I mean. Yeah. Wasted a potentially great film. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think by not giving a proper like backstory on why they were doing the things they were doing, like they give you like it was really quick if you missed it.
Mhm.
But it wasn't a good enough reason. Like it was kind of a not I would say not a waste because I think that character was pretty cool.
But you
But
didn't
it
use
could have been
her.
greater. It could have been greater. It could have been greater.
Just I felt like you started off and they spent time
Mm-hmm.
trying to tell you about this character and then
Gone.
nothing.
Yeah.
Just like, all right, this could have been awesome.
Yeah. Should have been the only villain. It's hard because the villain should be Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is the villain. He's not the good guy.
He turned into more of an anti-hero in this.
Yeah. He turned into like
Listen, he saved the day multiple times.
Yeah. Which I liked because it reminded me of the cartoon.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, because Beetlejuice isn't an asshole. Because in the original movie, Beetlejuice is a bad guy. There's no question about it. In the cartoon, he's a goofball, funny, not a bad guy, kind of cool.
He's like the cat in the hat. That's what
yeah. And this
pretty much
reminded me a little bit more of the cartoon, which I was kind of digging. I like that. I did like that he wasn't the fully bad, but he was still the bad guy. But there's some things here and there story wise that were like, oh, I wish you would have fleshed that out a little bit more or answered more questions there.
I gotta say this. This one thing I hated: the Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis not being there.
Yeah, it does suck.
Made me like it didn't make sense. It's part of the actual book from the first one, right? That you have to be haunting for this amount of time. So I didn't like that they were in this movie.
Yeah. And the reason why they weren't in this movie was kind of again another thing that they didn't flesh out.
A one-liner.
one-liner, and then boom, we're off to new one. And Tim Burton even said like he didn't want those characters to be in the movie because he didn't want to focus on those characters. He wanted to focus on these new characters. And I get it, but also
then find a better way of
you
doing
got a
something.
way to do it. Yeah. Like so I do agree with that. And it sucks that they weren't in it. But I didn't say for any post credits. Was there a post credit?
No, there wasn't.
Okay, because I didn't say because as soon as the movie was gone, I was like, all right, we gotta go get the baby. So yeah. But anything else? Spoiler free?
I didn't like. I mean, it was fun. It was corny. It was kooky, and it was exactly what you wanted from Beetlejuice too. So I mean, my complaint would be kids. I hate kids.
Teenagers, especially teenagers.
Oh my gosh, this should be like
I got that
came from the sky.
I got that vibe from the trailer, even though I'm going tomorrow. I got that vibe from the trailer that I wasn't going to be able to stand Jenna Ortega's character, even in the trailers. I can't stand her with her permanent freaking scowl, and this basically confirms my my suspicions on that.
Yeah, she by the end of the movie, she does like I don't know, redeem herself, but gets better
By
at
the,
least.
by the third act, you don't hate her as much.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. There is another character in here where you hate from the start,
Yeah.
and you just keep hating more and more. I was like, somebody fucking kill this character. Um,
Why is
yeah,
she still alive?
yeah,
How?
yeah. And the second he pops up on screen, you're just like, you suck. And then it progressively gets suckier throughout the whole movie on purpose, not like because he's a bad, like whatever. It's just
His
on
hair
purpose.
bother me too.
It's there. You just don't like the emo haircuts.
No, his
No, yeah, his was weird.
it's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you like the
Bob,
cameos? Did you like the cameos?
which cameo? I'm trying to remember if there's any cameos. There was calls to other things that the actors have done. I thought was great. Um, I'll hear. I don't know if it's not really a spoiler. But if you ever watch Schitt's Creek, Catherine
Mhm.
O'Hara's in Schitt's Creek, and she does a movie in Schitt's Creek called like The Crowaning, I think it was called, or something like that. And
Yeah.
it's like she's like like an actress trying to come back to being an actress again, and they do a small reference to that in this movie, and that made me laugh. That made me laugh a lot.
Mhm.
So,
The custodian.
oh yes, that was okay. I liked it. I like that one. That was a good one. The custodian. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't hate it. It didn't take anything away from it. It was funny. It was cute.
I think
Yeah.
you could have used it in more like I can't say
Yeah.
anything without we'll talk about Monday,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Here with that being said, let's get on to our rating. So Brandman, I know you didn't get a chance to see it yet, so we'll see on Monday when we talk spoilers, see what you rate it. But Brian,
Totally my fault. I was too drained after work. I planned to go, and then I was like,
it's all good. But this is a movie I had to see now just because I loved the first one. But we'll start with Brian. What are you rating Beetlejuice? Now, later, never.
I usually grade these things by, I go with my wife most of the time. And a lot of things that I like, she does not like. And at the end of the day, we walked out. She's like, man, that was fun. I enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed going here. That was fun. I didn't hate it at all. And I loved it. She said that. So this is definitely a now for me.
Yeah. Now times 2. Yeah. You know what? Same thing for me. Me and my girlfriend walked out, and we were just like, "That was awesome. That was fun. It gave you a lot of the memory berries, but it kind of had the new thing. The best part is, I didn't. As we were walking out, my girlfriend told me the song at the end. Her dad would sing to her, not sing to her, but sing it, and she thought it was a fake song because it's so fucking stupid. It's such a stupid song, and so she's like, "That's not a real song." And then she found out it's a real song, and she like laughed because like for her, it was like part of her, like childhood, so I
That's
thought that was
awesome.
kind of like funny for her. But it is a stupid song at the end that made me laugh. But yeah, we enjoyed it. We both really really liked it a lot. I want to go see it again actually, so I don't know if I will. but yeah, it's definitely a now for me, man. It is. It's especially if you really enjoyed the first one, you are gonna enjoy
Exactly.
this
You're
one.
gonna love this one.
You're gonna love this one. Yeah, it gives you everything you want from it. Everything you want from it.
And that's why I'm glad it doesn't destroy the first one. Because a lot of things destroy the originals, and it didn't destroy it.
No. It legit like builds on top of it. It legit builds on top of it. So yeah. Liked it. I liked it a lot. It was a lot of fun. Definitely buying it on Steelbook when this one comes out.
I already pre-ordered my Funko Pop, so it'll be here.
Nice. But yeah, Monday we'll talk some spoilers and really get into to some of the details about this one, because there's a lot of cool things happening that were like pretty funny and pretty awesome.
I wanted some details, but yeah.
Yeah.
There's some good acting performances, and
Mm,
there's two of them I really enjoyed. I really did.
mhm, mhm. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of surprises too. There's a few surprises in this movie where I was like, "Oh, like what?" There's one part that happens that I was like it legit. Like I went back and I'm like, they did not do that, like legit. So yeah, it was a good movie. It was a good time. But like I said, it's spoiler free. We're all getting ready for the weekend. It's gonna be the big, hopefully the big weekend blockbuster of movie to go see. I know Brandman says he's gonna go see it this weekend. A bunch of other people are gonna go see it. On Letterboxd is trending 3.4 right now, a 3.5, something like that. Out of 5. So yeah, about where it's at.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
about right. That's about
Yeah.
right.
I don't even know where Rotten Tomatoes is at right now, but we'll see. We'll see where. Yeah,
Rotten Tomatoes, 78%.
yeah, that's not bad. That's about right. Yeah. But yeah, we'll see if it brings in some money and stuff like that. But yeah, that's all we got for the spoiler-free Beetlejuice kind of movie review. Check us out on Monday live for the spoiler discussion. Or hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and be on the lookout for our next video talking about the spoilers. But we appreciate all you guys coming in, hanging out with us. Let us know in the comments what you think about Beetlejuice. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Any good parts of it? Let us know. And thank you to everyone watching us live in chat right now. Appreciate you guys. But stick around. We got to move on to our next topic for the night.